Hello everyone, welcome back. So first thing this morning, it's afternoon now though, by the way, but first thing this morning, got my dad help me set the bed on the truck, pulled the plates off, obviously, make it a little lighter, but got the bed set on so that I could start to configure how it's gonna be bolted down and so on and so forth. But anyhow, first thing, I'm gonna get these pieces of channel I cut to go in here to be our front supports on the bed. And it's just about, this is 4-inch channel, 4 inches is what I need here to make it pretty much line up with bed to cab. Should look all right. But anyhow, gonna get that done first, and then I'm working on getting everything bolted down so that I can work on other things on the you know, the skirts and cut out for the wheels and everything else, so that it doesn't change, move around or anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. Start with getting these in there welded up. And yeah, so I just gotta throw this out there, guys. Disclaimer as far as bolting the bed down. This is going to be a critical part because obviously we're hauling weight with this bed, and you know, I can't say this is the right way to do it. This is just how I do it. So take it for whatever it's worth. Do it at your own risk, but otherwise, let's get started. So you saw me cut out these pieces of plate. This is 3/8 is what I'm using here, and I got that hole drilled for 5/8, and there's already a factory hole in here, so I'm just going to use that, and that way I can get this tacked on here, and I'll do the same thing on the other side, and I'll put one there. I'm going to put one right here in this one, so it'll be kind of the same thing. Another 5/8 hole, and then up here I'm gonna run one behind this bracket, and also one behind or in front of this bracket, sorry. And I'll do that on each side, so I'll have a total of 8 bolts in this whole thing, which is gonna be good and strong. So we're losing light rapidly. Camera makes it look brighter than it actually is. But anyhow, I know I need more lights, just haven't gotten around to it. It hadn't mattered until we got over here to the dark side. But anyhow, I got these plates cut out for the front. Let me get over here where you see. Got those cut out, cleaned up. And I'm thinking that the fuel tank goes over there on that side, and obviously I'm going to plate the inside of the tube. I don't know if you You can see that over there, excuse me. But anyhow, I think if I try to run a bolt through down there, that it's gonna come in contact with the side of the tank. So what I think I'll do is I'll actually weld those plates to the bottom here, weld them to the frame, and then I'll bolt through my channel up here. So I think that's what I will end up doing for the front. So there'll be a couple posts sticking up, you know, plates sticking up for that thing. But anyhow, I'm going to, since I'm not really having any light over here, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, but be back out here tomorrow, and it'll be just a few seconds. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is take those plates and kind of put a nice radius on them, make them look a little better, and I'm going to tack them on the frame over here, but actually drill holes in those also first, then tack them on the frame, stick some bolts through it, and yeah, so let's get started on that. So, got them welded on, tacked on I should say, drilled out, bolted, that way this thing ain't gonna move anywhere. So up here I had a 1/2 inch hardware, so that's just what I used. But anyhow, 1, 2, 3, 4 down there, obviously same thing on the other side, and that is going to give us more than enough than what we need. So anyhow, I was thinking about bracing in here, and I know that the tank comes up over slightly atop of the frame rail there. So before I decide to put a support in here, across here between the channel to strengthen this up, I'm going to make sure it's not going to interfere with the tank. But I'm not going to work on that right now. I'm actually going to kind of switch around, and I want to cut some side skirts and just kind of see what it's going to look like. Get those on here, maybe tack those on, and see where it kind of looks and how everything's going to line up and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do, work on, and yeah, we'll catch up in a minute. Okay, so you just saw me put that up there, and once again, I've been staring at this, looking at this from different angles and trying to figure out if this is what I want to do and what direction I want it to go. But overall, I think, I don't know. I like the skirts. I want them to be, but I'm just kind of, I don't know. What I'm thinking right now is, instead of bracing on the outside, obviously this needs some kind of brace because even this is welded, the bottom be pretty flimsy, and I don't want anything, you know, anybody without me looking, put a ratchet strap on here and bend this up or something. So what I'll probably wind up doing is bracing the inside, getting this tacked on, and then I'll run a you know, 2x2 or something on the inside to brace it, just to give it rigidity. Obviously I'll give it a wheel well, and then probably for the wheel well I'll put in a little, maybe come out about 1 inch or 2 or whatever, put in a kind of like fender looking. But I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I'm still kind of thinking it over in my head, but if you guys got any other ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so I don't know. I got another one of these I need to cut down to size. It's about 9.5 from top to bottom, and I think that's gonna be a pretty decent size. So I'm gonna cut the other one down and put that on the other side, maybe go ahead and tack it up. That way I can get a better idea looking at it and everything. So let's do that, get the pliers cutter out and start cutting some stuff. so been trying to get cleaned up here before I lose all daylight, and also get some footage of what I've done. And I'm liking it a lot. It's turned out pretty good, I think, for what it is. Still unsure about exactly what I'm gonna do on the sides, but that's for another day, and more thought put into that. But overall, I think she looks pretty stellar. Anyhow, that's what's come of tonight's events. Got everything bolted down for the most part. Still gonna have to drill out holes for those bolts on the other side as well. But so far, so good, I think. Obviously, still gonna cut wheel wells. Don't worry, getting there a little bit at a time. Anyhow, guys, that is gonna wrap up for this video. I know there hasn't been a whole lot going on as far as work on the flatbed, but I'm getting pretty anxious, pretty excited about finishing that up. So anyhow, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.